Carlos Olberg and Dominic Reyes was announced too. I forgot about that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Dominic Reyes versus Carlos Olberg.
It's the GOAT.
Dude, that's going to be a great fight. I can't believe that Dominic Reyes actually got that fight versus number 3 ranked guy. He's skipping the line over all the guys that beat him.
Because he's better than them.
No.
He's going
to lose to Carlos Olberg.
He fought John Jones.
Yeah, but he lost. Well, I think he won, but, first 3 rounds.
He lost the fight.
But he won the fight.
No, he didn't.
The only reason you think Dominic Reyes is the GOAT is because of that fight.
Yes.
Because he beat John Jones.
No.
I don't get you. Do you like him or not?
I do.
I can't tell anymore.
Dominic Reyes is one of my favorite fighters to this day. Him, Anthony Smith, John Jones. I'm a big Glover Teixeira fan.
I'm a big fan of When You Don't Talk.
Cyril Gane. I'm a big fan of Cyril Gane.
What?
Yeah.
So you're just a fan of all the guys that John Jones beat?
No.
I'm confused.
They just happened to beat him.
Whatever
he just happened to beat him.
Whatever you say. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Hardcore and the Casual Podcast. I'm your host, Justin, and on today's episode, I am joined, as always, by Elijah. What's going on, Elijah?
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm coming off of watching SummerSlam the other day, so I'm on a little bit of a high. Brock Lesnar's back, so that's crazy, but that's WWE. We had a lot of to talk about for the UFC. I want to start off with a question for you real quick.
What's up?
Okay, so you get to choose 2 people to save you. The other 4 are going to try and attack you. Okay? I'm going to give you 6 people. You're going to pick 2 to save you. Other 4 try to attack you. Okay? So, first, John Jones, Francis Ngannou, Tom Aspinall, Alex Pereira, Derek Lewis, Brock Lesnar. Out of those 6 people, what are the 2 that you're choosing to save you, and the other 4 are going to attack you?
In their primes or right now?
In their primes. All of them in their primes. John Jones, Francis, Tom, Alex, Derek Lewis, Brock Lesnar. 2 of them, only 2 can save you. The other 4 are going to try and kill you.
I guess...
It's a very, very difficult question. Do you go for the knockout power? Do you go for like the...
Francis and Tom?
Francis and Tom? Tom?
Yeah.
I think you probably have to go for the knockout power. The guys that are going to put the other ones unconscious pretty quickly. If you pick like Jones and Brock Lesnar, they're going to do good with like grabbing people and holding them down.
Yeah.
But then there's going to be 2 other people coming to attack you. It's going to be
Alex Pereira coming to knock you out.
Exactly.
That's not fun.
So you almost can't pick the grapplers because they're going to be wrapped up in the grappling, and then there's going to be 2 other guys that are free to attack you.
Arguably, John Jones is the greatest fighter of all time. Arguably, people believe that Tom Aspinall and Francis Ngannou would have beat him. So those are probably the best 2 choices, because if you do the math, if John Jones beats Alex Pereira by math, and then those 2 are believed to beat John Jones, and that's the only way.
And then there's Brock Lesnar and Derek Lewis. What if Derek Lewis lands a knockout blow on Tom Aspinall, puts him unconscious, and then comes straight for you? Then what do you do?
I better hope Francis just wiles out.
Just starts knocking people out. He didn't knock out Derek Lewis last time they fought. What if Brock Lesnar just runs through and just spears you?
That is true, because he did play football. So
yeah, he just runs right through everyone and just comes right for you.
I think Brock Lesnar in his prime, I think he's the most inexperienced in terms of skill out of all of them. Maybe not Derek Lewis, maybe so. But in terms of just pure raw strength and power, I think Brock is a beast. I think Brock clears them all in strength.
Yeah,
maybe
100%.
Except Francis, because Francis is another unit. But I think them 2 clashing would be like 2 titans.
But when you're talking about like usable strength, I think Brock Lesnar's like, he has more of ability to like pick you up and put you down than Francis does. Where Francis has like better punching power.
Yeah.
So it's different like muscle groups.
Yeah.
The scarier muscle group is probably the knockout powers. So I was going to go with the same exact thing as you. I was going to go with Francis and Tom, hoping that they knock everyone out before they could get to us. Like, there's no other way. I mean, maybe you could put Derek Lewis in there instead of one of them. He's got the knockout power too, but...
Like, John Jones, like, one-on-one, if it was 1-on-1, I'd probably take John Jones versus
Yeah.
everyone. But in terms of like because that's the thing, like I wouldn't want John Jones fighting for me. Like I would, because he's like the greatest. But like in terms of him attacking me, I could probably deal with that because he's a dirty fighter. So I just fight dirty back.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna change the question a little bit. Out of those 6 guys, who walks out of the room? If those 6 fighters were in a room, who walks out? John Jones, Francis, Tom Aspinall, Alex Pereira, Derek Lewis, Brock Lesnar. Who walks out of that room? Only one person can walk out.
In their primes.
In their primes. Everyone in their primes. Who walks out of that room?
I'd probably say between Brock
Okay.
or Francis.
Brock or Francis? Let's start eliminating people. Alex Pereira is out, right?
Brock or Francis.
Brock or Francis. I think the first person out of the room, or that doesn't leave, Alex Pereira. He's the first one unconscious. I think Alex Pereira is getting knocked out. I think John Jones isn't going to be able to do much in a room with 5 other people.
I think with that room, I think John Jones clears. He clears Pereira and he clears Derek Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
After that, you leave him with the Mega Titans. Like they're just so much more. Like John Jones can hang, but they're just so much more physical. Like
Yeah.
From a mentality standpoint, I don't see Brock or Francis losing. Like just by their mentality.
But you have to pick one.
I'm gonna go Francis because
All right.
he's probably had the hardest story. So his willpower is definitely stronger.
I'd go with either Francis or Tom. I think Tom is fast enough to probably put like 3 of these guys out before he walks out of the room. I think he could quickly knock out like 3 of these guys before they could even realize what's going on.
I don't disagree. I did see a short with Tom Aspinall talking about if he was to fight the Taporia brothers, if how that works. And then they asked the Taporia brothers.
Yeah.
The Taporia brothers was like, oh, man, that's going to be a hard fight. He's a big guy. And then Tom was like, I mean, they can fight, so it's not going to be easy, but
Yeah.
I could probably do it.
Yeah. And then there was the 2 bodybuilder guys that were interviewing him, and they were like, well, what about us 2 versus you, Tom? And then Tom was like, oh, I smoke both of you guys. You guys aren't fighters. he was like, you guys don't fight, so I would smoke both of you guys in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But the Taporia brothers, that's a different story.
Because you got to
understand. One of them is 135. I mean, come on. You kick him in the fucking stomach, he's out of it.
But true. You got to put it like this. Like, there might be small, but all their muscles are trained to fight.
Yeah.
It's like none of their muscles aren't being used.
I think Tom Aspinall would take that 2v1 of it against the Taporia brothers. I think he's just too big.
That'd be a good fight.
Yeah. All right, let's move into some of the stuff we haven't talked about over the last 2 weeks. I just came back from vacation, so we didn't get to review the Robert Whittaker versus RDR card. You retained your title because we drew, and the draw goes to the winner, or to the
Who'd you have in the main
champion.
event? I
I had Robert Whittaker, you had RDR. But I had Piotr Jan, you picked Marcus McGee, and Piotr Jan won. I also had Azu Almabayev, and you had the other guy, so I won that. And then you had Bogdan Gustav, and I had Nikota Krylov, and Bogdan won that. So we literally drew 2-2. So you retain the title. There's not too much to talk about from this card. I mean, Bryce Mitchell moved down to 135, and he got a win, so he's probably going to be in the top 15. Bogdan won, so that puts him higher up in the lightweight rankings. Shara Bullet got another victory, so that puts him back on a good track. Piotr Jan put back another contender. They got to stop throwing these like 13, 14 ranked guys to the number 2 guy. Just doesn't work out that often. And then the main event. Oh, yeah, by the way, Piotr Jan next up for the title. I don't think Piotr Jan needs to fight again. I think Piotr Jan should sit and wait for a title shot.
Yeah.
Sandhagen versus Merab is happening like next month. He fights the winner.
Yeah, by the time he's healthy, he should be all good.
And then there was RDR versus Robert Whittaker, the fight where there was a lot of controversy about who won. The judges scored round 4 differently, and they all scored rounds 1, 2, 3, and 5 the exact same. So from my perspective, it's round 4 that we really need to dial into and make sure like who won round 4. But from what I'm seeing online, from everyone online, it's round 5 that's the real question round. Like, all the judges judged round 5 the same, but everyone online is saying, no, round 5 is the one you got to look at. Because apparently RDR got a lot of clinches in that round. Like, I watched the whole fight, but I was kind of distracted. I was at the CFFC card while that was happening, so I was watching it on my phone. For the most part, I thought that Robert Whittaker won the fight. But, I mean, I could see how, with all the clinching and knees, that RDR might have, like, swayed the judges in his favor. But purely on damage, I thought Robert Whittaker won. But RDR definitely landed a lot of clinch strikes and was definitely pressuring him for a lot of the fight. It was a split decision. RDR picks up the victory. I'm ready to see RDR versus DDP. I want to see that fight. That's going to be the most awkward, weird Dutch fight I've ever seen in my life. That would be awesome, dude. How are you feeling about RDR right now?
I think he's on his way to GOAT status. I do think he whooped Robert Whittaker, and I do think that he'll whoop DDP or Chimaev.
Yeah. Well, first off, I think Chimaev's winning the belt like in 2 weeks. And then it'll be DDP versus RDR for number 1 contendership fight. And Chimaev fights the winner of Imavov versus Kaliyo Bahaliyo.
I don't think Chimaev gets that belt.
How do you think DDP wins? Piano falling on Chimaev? I mean,
I think, look at it like this. Like, when we look at DDP versus Chimaev, who did Chimaev fight last?
Robert Whittaker, and he choked him out in like 5 seconds. He like broke his jaw in like 2 minutes.
DDP's like, he's a lot thicker than Chimaev. I think Chimaev can do it. Don't get me wrong. I think he can do it, but it's gonna be harder against DDP because DDP is one of those guys where like he's the type to roll over and then get up and then swing at boom boom and it just knocks you out. Like his sheer willpower just wins him fights. Like, he was losing against Izzy and then he just came back and just submitted him.
Yeah, but none of that will matter if Chimaev takes him down in the first 20 seconds, gets to the back, and then starts choking him out.
And then what if he doesn't?
Well, then it's going to get more difficult in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds. But in that first round, if Chimaev gets you down and gets to your back, it's over. It's just over. So DDP's got to make it out of the first round, and then I might be on your train. But that first round is going to be so difficult that I don't know if he's going to make it out.
Chimaev wins the belt. So what is he, like the grappling McGregor?
Yes. No, he's the grappling John Jones.
No.
Yes.
No. John Jones is an all-around threat. You could put John Jones against anybody.
That's why I said the grappling John Jones. I didn't say the John Jones. I said the grappling John Jones. He is the GOAT at grappling in the UFC. I think it's him, Habib, and you can't really, like, there's not many other in that position. I mean, DC, but he didn't really submit people as often. So it's really just down to Chimaev for submission grappling in the UFC. I mean, I think he has the best and most dominant submission grappling that we've seen in a long time.
Especially if you get people out in the first round.
Exactly. If you're getting people out of there in the first round using your grappling, then you've got to be known as one of the greatest submission grapplers of all time. I mean, Habib was one of the most dominant grapplers of all time, but he started to submit more people later in his career, but a lot of the time it was just laying on top of people and dominating with like ground and pound strikes. But Chimaev goes in there, he doesn't even throw ground and pound strikes. He'll throw like 1 or 2 to get your neck open and then grab you up. So
talk about, let's get the fight over with.
Exactly. Like, I didn't come here to fight, I came here to win. That's the right? That's the difference.
Yeah.
I didn't come here to fight, I came here to win. There's a total difference in the mindset. And I think Chimaev is the best at that. So Chimaev probably going to win the belt, in my opinion. And then RDR versus DDP in a number 1 contendership fight. Boom. I just solved everything.
And put
Robert Whittaker in there with, like, I don't know, the loser of Kaliyo Bahaliyo versus Imavov. And then boom. I think that's good. I think that's good.
If Chimaev wins the belt, he's going to call out Izzy.
I hope not. Izzy doesn't deserve a title fight.
He does.
No, he doesn't. He just lost to Imavov. He just lost to Imavov.
It's pay-per-view money.
All right, we're moving on. So Teshiro Taira versus Park Hyun Song was a short notice fight for Park. Park came in like 1 week's notice. I think it was supposed to be Amir Albazi. This was last Saturday. Not a good card. I was watching WrestleMania during most of it. Or not WrestleMania. I was watching SummerSlam Night 1 for most of it. And then SummerSlam ended at like 9:30, which I really didn't expect. It ended super early. So I got to watch the last 3 fights, and if you guys watched the card, which most of you didn't, but if you did watch the card, you will know that the last 3 fights were the only 3 that mattered. We had 2 Fight of the Year bangers back-to-back. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, Esteban Rivovic versus Elvis Brenner, that fight was such a banger of a strategic like they were just going back and forth. They were just striking the entire time. It was such a good fight, just technical wise. They were just throwing elbows and punches and knees, and such a technical fight. Such a good fight. That's Esteban Ribovic's like 3rd fight of the night in a row. Esteban Ribovic won. He deserves a top 15 ranked opponent. Esteban is so good, and his fights are amazing. And then I didn't expect for the very next fight to be another fight of the night between Rebeski and Duncan. They banged it out. They were both leaking blood by the end of the fight. Like, when I say leaking, I mean like they were dripping on themselves by the end of the fight. Both of them. They went to war back and forth, some grappling, some stand-up, all punches all the time. 2 back-to-back wars, and I tuned in for both of them just in time to see both of them, and they were both great. And then that led into Teshiro Taira getting the 2nd round sub. Everyone saw this coming. I mean, the other guy took the fight on 1 week's notice. Taira just took him down, wrapped him up. It was super easy. Not much other to talk about from that card. The main event was Teshiro Taira versus Park Hyun Sung.
Yeah.
So there's, I don't know what anyone wants from me. There's just nothing else to talk about.
Actually bet on that fight.
Yeah, really. All right. I think you have a category for me. I will hear it right now. So, and then we will move into our predictions for Dolidze versus Hernandez.
Rank these 5 fighters by legacy.
By legacy?
By legacy.
Okay, I'm in.
Anderson Silva, John Jones.
Wait. You're supposed to give them to me one at a time.
Okay.
Let me rank them one at a time.
All
right. By legacy. Okay, so Anderson Silva, 16 fights in a row, won. Had some really good fights. Had the aura. Fought at UFC 200. I'd say legacy-wise, it's got to be number 3. From pure legacy, 3.
Okay. Islam Makhachev.
Islam. Oh, wait, am I doing John Jones first? Or are you
No, you're doing Islam.
Okay, Islam right now. Okay. Legacy. There's only 5?
Only 5.
It's got to be 5. From a legacy standpoint, I don't think, because he's not Habib. I mean, the legacy of the Nurmagomedov dynasty continues with Islam.
Yeah.
But he's not the one that built the Nurmagomedov legacy. So, number 5. And then you're going to throw at me some like random, you know what? No, before you do that, because I feel like you're going to give me some random like Paul Felder or something. So I'm going to go 4. I'm going to go Islam at 4. So Anderson Silva at 3, Islam at 4.
John Jones.
Number 2. Because for legacy, his legacy is also built upon the fact that he ducked Francis, he ducked Tom, he ducked the Dominic Reyes rematch. He had everything that happened outside of the octagon. He's had the steroid scandals. That follows you with your legacy. Mm-hmm. So he's not number 1. So he's going 2.
Okay.
Okay. Next. I've got the 1 spot and the 5 spot.
Conor McGregor.
Fuck. Same thing applies for him, but I guess I have to go number 1 now. Because, I mean, for legacy, I mean, there's really not much to say. We all know who Conor McGregor is in the entire world, so that's a legacy. But like I said about John Jones, there's some stuff that should also be talked about in your legacy. I only have number 1 and number 5. He's got to go number 1.
Your number 5 is
Paul Felder.
Tom Aspinall.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he hasn't built up the legacy yet, so he does belong at number 5. He definitely belongs below Islam, Anderson, John Jones, and Conor McGregor.
There's a 6th fighter.
Well, I didn't know that, so okay, go for it.
CM Punk.
-5. He's -5.
He's the bottom of the barrel in terms of UFC legacy.
Dude, he lost the world title at SummerSlam in like 5 seconds. Dude's a chump. No, I'm just kidding. I like CM Punk. I actually felt bad. I actually wanted to see him with the world title. Okay, enough talking about WWE. Please don't click off the video yet. So we didn't get any like comments from last week's episode. So no comments for today, but please leave your comments below. If you have anything to talk about, we will read your comment. It'll appear on screen. We'll read your name, the comment, and we'll talk about it.
Whatever you want
to say. So just please do that. But we are going to get into our predictions for next week's episode. And then we're going to call it a day. So are you ready? I'll pull up the boards and we will get into our predictions.
Let's get right to it.
All right.
Always the champ.
The forever champ. All right. We're going to do the whole main card. So first up, we have Eric Anders versus Christian Leroy Duncan. So Eric Anders is 17-8. Christian Leroy Duncan is 11-2. So either EA or CLD. 3, 2, 1. I went with CLD. He went with Eric Anders. Okay. Next up, we've got Miles Johns versus Gene, or John, depending on how you pronounce it, Matsumoto. So Matsumoto is 16-1, and Miles Johns is 15-3.
16-1, 15.
So either MJ or JM. 3, 2, 1. I went with MJ and you went with JM. Okay. So I went with Miles John and he took John Matsumoto. Okay. Next up, the return of Andre Fili versus Christian Rodriguez. So Andre Fili is 24-12. Christian Rodriguez is 12-3. Christian Rodriguez moving up from bantamweight where he had his most prominent wins over Cameron Simon and
Song Yadong.
No, Junior. The kid
Junior
that
Tafa.
No, the kid. The kid that came in at 17. What was his name? Fuck. Why can't I even think of his name right now? Come on, you know him. Raul Rojas. Raul Rojas Jr. All right. Andre Fili, Christian Rodriguez. So either AF or CR. 3, 2, 1.
CR. Okay,
I went with Andre Fili. Wow, we're opposite on everything today. Hell yeah. Let's do this. All right. I don't know how to pronounce her first name. So Luciendo versus Angela Hill. So we've either got Luciendo or Angela Hill. Luciendo is 17-6. Angela Hill is 18-14. You know what? Fuck it. 3, 2, 1. Angela Hill. All right, we both got Angela Hill. All right. Co-main event, Steve Erceg versus Ode Osborne. So either Steve Erceg or Ode Osborne. 3, 2, 1.
Ode Osborne.
I got Steve Erceg. My guy, Steve Erceg, gonna get that knockout. Fuck Ode. Steve Erceg's on the top. All right. Now, for the main event, we have Roman Dolidze at 15-3 versus Anthony Hernandez at 14-2. So either RD or AH. This is an easy one for me. Come on. Dude's a beast. 3, 2, 1.
Anthony Hernandez.
I have Anthony Hernandez as well. Okay, so our first 3, and then the Steve Erceg fight, we are different on. So we could have another draw this week.
We could.
It's possible. It is entirely possible, but that goes in your favor since you are the champ. Interim title?
You know, I'm always up for an interim title.
Where's my interim title? I drew with you last week, so where's my interim title?
It's invisible.
Shut the hell up. You never got one, so I don't get one. There's no such thing as an interim title on
I
this
always
show.
had an interim title.
No, you didn't, because you always lost.
How?
Lost. I went like 14 weeks in a row.
I did a 6-week and I did an 8-week stretch.
I went 14 weeks, so I don't want to hear it. I'm the GOAT. Undisputed. Undisputed.
Technically, we've had the same.
Whatever. We're going to have to do Battle for the Bank soon.
Yeah.
Get that thing back in there.
Are you ready?
I am ready. I am ready. 3, 2, 1.
Break it down. What's yourself there for?
There's been so much WWE in this UFC podcast. What is with us today?
Hey, TKO.
Yeah, we're on a high from SummerSlam. All right, I think that's it for us today. Thank you guys for watching the Hardcore and the Casual podcast. Like I said, comment something below. We will read it on the podcast. We'll talk about it. Like, share, subscribe. Tune in next week for our reaction to this and our prediction for DDP versus Chimaev. Thank you for coming, Elijah. I have been your host, Justin. This has been the Hardcore and the Casual podcast, and peace out. MMA fans, if you want more content like this, please click right here. Go under playlists and check out all the variety we have to offer. And if you want a suggestion on where to start, click on this video right here. If you want to be up to date or communicate with us on any of our social media platforms, check out That Casual HQ. And we will see you all soon. Stay casual.